Good afternoon. I'm not an expert to give advices for you on how to complete your PhD successfully. I can only share some of the tricks and steps that I have taken to do during my PhD journey. Because every PhD journey has its own story. It depends on individuals. Because it has its own challenges and opportunities. But still, I'd like to share some of my experiences with you. As a PhD student, who did my PhD at National University of Malaysia exactly 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was a final year PhD student. And also learning is a lifelong journey. It does not mean that when you complete your PhD or when you become a professor, you are perfect. You are not a perfect academic because every day you learn, maybe by making some mistakes. We learn from mistakes that we make in our life. So every day we develop ourselves gradually. Okay. Working. Yeah. I don't want to give any definition for PhD, you all know, right? But I have taken this note from the Cambridge University website. Now, according to the definition, it's true that we have to generate new knowledge by doing your PhD study as our respective resource persons highlighted in their speeches. There are no right or correct ways of doing your PhD. It's your individual journey. Okay. Start thinking about your dissertation or doctoral study early. Though I am just requesting you to do that, in my case, I did not do that because I had to be honest with all of you. Because when I was 27 years old, only I got my scholarship to do my PhD. At that time, I really wanted to change the environment because I was just going through some difficulties in my life. But I really did not want to do my PhD at that time. But one day, head of department just asked me, are you interested in applying for the HETC World Bank Scholarship? And I said yes. At that time, Dr. Madhubhashini Hewage was the dean of the faculty. He may remember, and I faced that interview. There was an interview. Only 4 OUSL members got this scholarship. So I started working on my proposal because somehow I wanted to leave this country and focus on my study at that time. And Dr. Mendes may remember the Sri Lankan representative for Birmingham University once visited you. So he helped me just to get a kind of placement. So I faced that interview also online. But unfortunately, they agreed to provide that scholarship when I was in the second year. So I did not want to take that risk because I was, quite young and I was not that well experienced also at that time. Somehow I applied for some Malaysian universities. But finally I went to National University of Malaysia to do my PhD studies. That's my story, but with my experience, I would like to tell you that you have to prepare well and you have to plan your PhD journey, you have to develop your proposal in advance. It's better if you can do your PhD, when you are quite young. But there is a time for everyone to concentrate on your studies because it's your own journey. Choose a dissertation or doctoral study topic you are passionate about. In my case, I developed my proposal on, a topic related to family communication. But when I went there, fortunately or unfortunately, my supervisor, got an opportunity to be a professor in AUS, where Dr. Mendes did his PhD. So I had to find another supervisor from the university where I got registered for my PhD studies. But my first supervisor, he agreed to be in my supervisory committee, but still I had to find a supervisor from the School of Communication. I got a supervisor. He was quite helpful, but at that time he was quite busy with his work. So it was quite difficult for me to meet him. I don't criticize or I don't talk about any of my supervisors because he was my supervisor even for a short period of time. But I really wanted to change my supervisor because in my case, I really wanted to complete my PhD exactly in 3 years. I still remember the advice given by Dr. Mendes when I joined the department. Madhubhashini, you should complete your postgraduate studies as soon as possible. That was the first advice given by Dr. Mendes to me. It's there in my mind still. Not only, because not because of that particular reason, it's one of the reasons. But in my case, though I completed my, MPhil program, my degree from University of California before leaving this country, I could not complete, I did not get the opportunity to do my CTHE course. It is required to get your promotion and confirmation. Within 8 years, you have to do your postgraduate degree and plus CTHE. If that course was not available at that time when I was here, and we were asked to do the CTHE program conducted by RSBC, the Open University. So somehow I thought, I will somehow complete. I complete my PhD in 3 years and come back and do CTHE program. And because before 8 years I have to, have all these required qualifications. You have to have a qualified and supportive supervisors too. My friends advise me not to change your supervisor because you will face a lot of problems. But I had to take that critical decision. I spoke to the head of department. Fortunately, she understood my situation because my professor is not available in the university and not contactable, but he is, I know that he, as a person, is supportive. But the head of the department advised me, you should find a supervisor from the same school. Fortunately, I spoke to one of the professors who specialized in new media communications because there was no one to supervise my dissertation, research on family communication. I had to somehow change my research area as well. So you have to take an active role in your supervision. It's true that you have supporting supervisors, but still, you have to work hard. You have to have an active role in your PhD journey. Then only your supervisors will also help you. be critical, but accept criticism. Learn how to deal with rejections. Honestly speaking, I was not that experienced in doing research when I went there because I was very young. I was just 27 years old. And my supervisor, both supervisors, my main supervisor is from nationalities from Malaysia, and the other supervisor is from NUS. They asked me to revise my proposal 6 times. I don't know whether you believe or not. But it was a very good exercise or learning experience for me. There are no perfect PhDs, or there are no perfect academics in this world. Every day you learn something new, maybe by making a mistake. We learn from mistakes. As our resource persons have correctly highlighted, you have to have a kind of schedule when you work on your PhD. You have so many opportunities where you go abroad. I don't say that, of course, maybe some academics, they have difficulties, go abroad and do their studies. But it's better if you can go abroad and do your studies because you can get used to a different and advanced research culture out there. Of course, I used to go to library every day. I had a very good practice because every week I meet my supervisor and I just listen to him what I have done, for this particular week. And I was just fortunate enough because he was so supportive and giving, feedback to me every week. I use some tricks. I don't know whether these are helpful to you, but you can just try if possible. Because when you read some articles, you can just use a coding system, right? Because there is a chapterization, right? So there maybe you can just include some codes. Maybe now once you read an article, you know that of course now these facts should go to this particular chapter. Right? You may have a kind of maybe you have your own creative mechanism of coding, right? But just a suggestion, you may try if possible if you feel that it is useful for you. And of course, now those days, AI, artificial intelligence, these tools were not there. But still, of course, you can use AI, you can get support from AI tools and softwares to do your research as well. There was a workshop also very recently on AI materials for research purposes, right? And for references, literature review and other stuff, you can use different softwares. Even when you analyze your data, you can be familiar with SPSS and other stuff. Even my supervisor gave a very good training to me how to analyze data using the SPSS software, right? I have a lot to hear, but I know I have a very limited time. That's fine. So we have to have a very good time management when you do your PhD. But don't marry your thesis. I know that some are married, of course, while doing their PhDs. But it's like this, as they have correctly highlighted, take some, off, go out, just relax your mind because you have to deal with your emotional health. I had very hard time when I wanted to change my supervisor, and even my supervisors asked me to revise my first peer review journal article 8 times. Believe me. But I learned a lot how to do a research scientifically, theoretically, and methodically. That's my PhD journey. Maybe your journey is different. Yeah, these are some of my pictures. I had a lot of friends. Still, they are my friends. Japanese friends, Iranian friends, Singaporean friends, Malay friends. So we went out, right? So Malaysia has a very rich food culture. And I enjoyed all this food. I know Dr. Mendes has all kind of experiences. He was in Singapore. Create a positive community and build effective networks, right? Just because of the supervisor, the sign for me at the beginning, I got some opportunities to do my research methodology course and attend some workshops and do some research with my supervisor. I gained a lot of experience and I learned a lot actually by working with him. Both of my supervisors were so supportive, and I got an opportunity to represent my university, National University of Malaysia. When University Council Malaysia and English National University of Malaysia went to National University of Vietnam. So I got an opportunity to make a presentation there. So create your own opportunities. Don't compare yourself to others. You have your own journey. You have to go your journey very patiently without disturbing other people. If you can help others, just help, but don't disturb anyone. Don't make any troubles to others. Make your own opportunities. Before getting opportunities in Sri Lankan media, actually, for the first time in my life, I got an opportunity to address Malaysian media. This is the voice cut given for Malay TV Tiga. Tiga means three in Malay. TV three Malaysia TV Tiga TV channel, one of the state TV channels. There, of course, I gave a voice cut on the Malaysian education system as an international student, right? I presented some at some international conferences as well. So there are a lot to share, but for the time being, of course, I can share some of my experiences. And apart from that, actually, after that, I got some opportunities also to be the resource person for some programs out there. Before getting opportunities here, actually. Yeah, this is my PhD defense. I was very happy. Now, after going through up and downs in my PhD journey, finally, I was able to complete my PhD exactly in 3 years, because I had to somehow come back to Sri Lanka and do my CTHE course. That was the only motivation I had to work hard and work on my PhD. Right? And yes. This is my graduation photo. I'm very sure that, of course, you all will be able to complete your PhD successfully. But it is challenging. There will be up and downs in your PhD journey as well. Same as our, personal life, professional life. But you can achieve it. All the best.
Thank you very much, Prof.